Yes, the boys, welcome back to another video. So, if you follow me on TikTok or Instagram, I don't know if you can see where I am. It's too bright. I'm at old school gyms. I used to train here I trained at Destination Gym. So, I love this gym. It's a class gym. It's just because I've not had a membership anywhere apart from area, so that's why I've not been here. But going to be back here a little bit more regularly. It's not too far. It's like 35, 40 minutes if there's traffic. But got some good kit here. Training with Morgan today, training pull. Going to talk you through the full pull day of how we're going to nail back, because I think back training is something that's leveled up a lot, something I've been paying a lot of attention to in this past year or so. A lot to take in, a lot to take on board. Pay close attention if you do struggle to connect with your back, if you're struggling to grow your back. We'll be talking through all of it. So I'm just waiting for him. I'm used to training on my own, to be honest. We will catch you in there, boys. Let's go. So classic, boys. The audio didn't pick up on the mic. I had a feeling it wouldn't. I was messing around with the mics. Starting off with lat pull down, I'm going to walk you through that. So as you can see, I'm saying here, what you'll see me do, right, is actually sit a little bit further off that pad. So I'm not just getting a ton of elbow flexion, I can actually get that lat short, right, without just getting a ton of elbow flexion. So you'll see I'm stabilizing with that resting arm. I'm sitting back a little bit, and I can now get that lat fully short without just getting a ton of elbow flexion, and feel like a lot in my biceps and just not be able to hit my lat as well as I can when I'm here. So a tip for you if you are doing a single arm pull down is definitely do that, and definitely use those straps as well. Get locked in. The reason why we got this first is so, as you can see here, I can get that lat short, right? That's going to get very difficult. Like I've got 3 20 plates aside, I think this was. I've got 3 plates aside here, so that's going to get more and more difficult the further into the session we go, because this is just lats working. So as you can see, taking it all the way, I think I get a little bit of a touch there from Morgan just to help me with that last little rep. So if you have got somebody with you, I'm going to show you another example of that now on this side. Make sure you get a little spot there. What I was talking about here is always start with your weaker side, right? So for me, that's going to be my left side. So as you can see, I've just done my left side there, and I'll then move on to my right side. So literally just get a set fail on that weaker side, right? And then match the reps with your stronger side. Don't do more or less, and eventually that will even out. That is pretty even for me now. As you can see, it was boiling in there, so the jumper is off straight away. And we had 2 working sets on here. So first set, I think it was 8 reps, and I think this set was 11 reps. I've just cut a few of the reps out on some of the movements, just so a lot of the sets are very long, so you're not watching, you know, a full entire set, but you can see that concentric is slowing down. I'm still keeping that eccentric control. I'm having a little pause, and Morgan's just giving me enough just to get that lat short, and I'm still working hard, and then I'll control a bit of that eccentric. So that is lats absolutely smoke. We went single arm on there just for better alignment. Onto the side bench row, I went for the stack here on my top set. So as you can see, I'm just fully lengthening out that upper back musculature, and then I'm driving back and contracting hard, right? So I'm slightly letting that rib cage elevate just so I can really focus on just contracting everything back there. That's the goal with that, right? I want to fully lengthen everything and fully contract everything as much as I possibly can. That's what I'm thinking about. That's the focus. So on any of your chest supported rows that are upper back focused, allow them shoulders to come forward slightly, fully lengthen there, and then drive through. And as you can see again, I think I'm going for one more here. Morgan's going to help me a little bit. Just get that last little bit, bang, and then that was a quality set. So that was the top set, that was a solid set, and then I dropped that down a few pins there for the back off, just so you can see a different angle of that upper arm path and what I'm actually trying to do. So I took 2 sets here, and I took 2 sets on this lower machine. I do really miss this machine because I do like it. It's a very nice piece. So I'll definitely be coming back for pull. Pull here is very good, and they're getting some new prime pieces as well. So that's gonna be very nice. You can see now the concentric will start to slow down, right? As I get into that shorten range, it's gonna slow down. So this was a high rep. I think I got over 10 reps definitely. So as you can see now, I'm just fatiguing a little bit. I think I might go for one or two more now. So I'm still keeping that control. I'm driving through. I think I get that one on my own. bang, and I'm good to go. And then I think Morgan was just moving his bag for someone, but he did help me with that last one, I remember. So I'm driving, get a little bit of a touch just to get that fully short, and then that was another solid set. So moving on to a lat focused row now. These aren't great. I couldn't find a perfect handle there, and somebody was using the other D handlebar, so I had to use this, which is, to be fair, it was just inside shoulder width, so I wouldn't use this one again. See how I'm not quite, like, you don't want to come right back with these. You just want to get that lat short, but rather than let that upper arm drive outwards, I was just stopping there and actually trying to feel that lat. So what I'm focusing on here is trying to keep my elbow at its lowest point. You see how I'm driving down there and I'm not just shrugging back. I'm trying to keep that elbow as low as I possibly can. So keeping that upper arm tucked in here is gonna be lats, right? So we've got a lat pull down, and then we have got a lat focused row, which is exactly this that you can see here. So I would recommend at some point getting these in. I went for the dual arm just because I was a bit more push for time, because I've got arms as well to do on this pull session, so I had a little bit more to get done in the time that we were training. So that's why I'm going for a dual arm at the moment, and I do really like them, just not with that handle. So then mid to upper back again, we're going for the T-bar row. I do really like this T-bar. This is the Watson T-bar row. I do like it, it's good, I miss it. It's got the handles that rotate, so you can line up exactly how you want, and it is very smooth, but it's very excuse me, it's very difficult to get short. I'm gonna have a drink. I've just eaten something spicy. So getting locked in, nice controlled, trying to have a little pause at the bottom, and then I'm driving through. So I don't want to just yank at those reps, right? I want to keep that control and I want to drive through. I was going for, I think I was going for 8 reps here. I can't quite remember how many I got, but I just wanted a little bit more volume because I was only doing one working set here, right? So I just overshot that load a little bit. If that was a top set, that's fine. But just as I was only doing one set, shouted Morgan over because he wasn't too far away. He just stripped a 20 off for me like you'll see now, and then I just go in for a few more reps. So if you've ever got one set of something and you just, or you're training at a new gym and you just overshoot the load, don't be afraid to do this. Like, drop a third of the load off and then just keep driving it through and get, you know, this was over a good 10 reps now, so that was some quality work, and that's a good set. So technically it's a drop set. It's not something I do every single week, right? But it's okay to do, you know, if you're just training at a new gym and you've overshot that load. So I think I got 3 or 4 more, and then I was absolutely toasted. So that was back done. You'll see for all of those I've used my straps, and then we're moving on to biceps. So at the moment I've got 2 for biceps and 2 for triceps. So you can see here what I was talking about was, in terms of that setup, the pivot point on the machine will be, it's usually labeled, right? Like it's a little red dot here. So you want your elbow in line with that pivot point, and you want to just keep locked in. This is why I want a preacher curl, right? This is why I love a preacher curl. So you can keep that nice control, you can keep locked in, you can keep nice and stable, and you want to contract super hard. So as you can see, I'm just controlling this. If anything, looking back, I'd actually take a good twice as long on the eccentrics and really rinse that. They were just feeling really good. Like, I remember thinking during the set, right, these feel absolutely bang on. So I don't think I was as mindful to keep that control as I normally am, because I usually struggle to connect with arms, to be honest. So that's why I slow them right down. It's something I do for clients, but next time, to get even more out of that, now I've seen this, and that's why filming sets are so important, I'm definitely going to slow down even more on those eccentrics and probably hold that pause for a little bit longer as well at the top. But I was, as always, being conscious of contracting really hard. You know, don't just smash through these reps. Control that and really squeeze, especially with something like arms. Like, you can get a lot out of that. I got some partials there as well, and then I moved on because we had a preacher curl. We've then got a hammer curl, so I cut a few of these reps out just because it was a very long set, but we're lining the ropes up just around shoulder width, so I can just keep perfectly locked in there, keep the upper arm locked in, just the same thing, contract hard, fully lengthen, nice controlled. So, you know, if you do have 2 curls, just make sure they are a little bit different, boys. Don't be doing like a one preacher curl and then be doing another preacher curl. Like, you may as well just do a few more sets on that preacher curl if you absolutely love it. I'd have a different curling, like say I'd move on to a face away cable curl now, or the hammer curl as you can see me doing here. So just make sure you're switching that up. So I had 2 sets of preacher, 2 sets of the hammer curl. I think I went for one more absolute grinder of a rep here now that I got. And then I'm moving on to triceps. So the reason I've put triceps on this session now is because I do arms on a Saturday and I do this session on a Tuesday, right? So on the Monday, my triceps just weren't fully recovered yet. So I've now got usually 1 set of the lat row, 1 set of the T-bar, and then I do 4 sets for bis and 4 sets for tris. So it is higher volume, but it's only these smaller movements. It's nothing crazy volume-wise, and I've been getting a lot out of that. So that was some partials, and that was them done. And this is the physique currently. So a nice little update at 86 kilo, and I'm feeling very, very good where I currently am here. So that was the session wrapped up, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was a monster session, boys. I do love that gym. It's a great gym. The atmosphere in there is quality. Like the fucking, I've not listened to this back yet. I probably have to edit half of that because you can't even hear me. But music's fucking class in there. Love it in there. It's just far. So it's where to train now. I'm not sure. I'm a bit torn between here and destination. This is a little bit closer, so I might take it. We'll see how the sound comes out on here. But top session. The reason I did triceps today is because I just do chest and shoulders yesterday because I need to give my arms a little bit more time to recover. So then I have bis and tris today, and then the full arm day on the Saturday. So it's to prioritize arms. It's a little bit less back, not really less back volume. I'll just put more back volume on my upper day now. It's just spread out basically so I can have more arm volume. That's all it is. They need to come up, so that's why they're in. So I'm gonna get back now. I've got some of the boys to reply to. I've got a call at 5 and then a few other bits just to program and stuff like that. And then we'll chill out. So I think I need to go and get some food. Food has changed. I've been having Vicky, her name is, Tiny Titan on Instagram. She's sorted my food out. We had a look at my bloods. And even though I am natty, a few things could be a little bit better. I think I've just ran myself into the ground with work, just working so much. I need to manage, just time management a bit, and obviously looking after some things. So just getting the food absolutely as optimal can be in terms of health and performance, and supplements wise, some vitamins, some other stuff which I'll talk through. So I'll do a full day of eating to go through all that, because I'm spending a lot more money on the food, but it's probably going to be worth it. Well, it is worth it because health is number one. So before I pull down, I just need to make sure that's all sorted. I'm nice and healthy, and then I'll be pulling down to then push back up. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'm going to go and I need to buy some milk. I need to buy some Greek yogurt. I need to buy some dark chocolate. And there's probably something else I'm forgetting as well, but we'll see. So I've just realised, you'll have watched that now. Don't know what I did to the camera. Morgan, if you watch this, I'm low-key blaming you because he was flicking around with my mic. So I think he's done me one over. No, I'm messing. I don't know what's happened with that, but voiceover's alright anyway. It's just annoying because I take the clips from that and then put them on TikTok and Instagram, so I can't do that now. But that was an insight into back. I'll save the food talk for the full day of eating. However, I posted a TikTok yesterday. Pineapple in your chicken and rice is banging. I don't care what anyone says. So if you're hating on it, stop hating. Just try it. So yeah, I've got some random stuff, boys. We've got flax oil here. We've got some random bits, so I'll break that all down in the full day of eating, but that's so annoying with that mic, honestly. One more thing with the food, a lot more fruit and veg. So top tip, just buy the frozen fruit. Like I've got 100 grams of berries now. I've got 100 grams of pineapple in that. I've got the veg and the rice cooking there. So we're going to be a healthy, soon to be leaner young man, and then it's grow time from there. So looking forward to it. A lot to come to the channel. So yeah, next video will probably be a full day of eating, or any sessions that you want me to go for a road trip for and break down how I approach them. Let me know. So apologies for that, boys. I was so annoyed that turned off, honestly. Like, I was so annoyed, but good session. Hopefully you got a good insight in there. So any other sessions you want me to break down in detail, let me know. Anything you want to be seeing, let me know. What I'm doing day to day now, the food. I massively appreciate if you're already subscribed. If you like the video, drop me a comment. And if you are interested in coaching, I will leave the link in the description. So thank you for watching, boys, and I will catch you in the next one.